All right, so we are starting the first ever Forum Friday. You guys on Twitch have added your buckets, the channel points. We got 150 total. It took us a couple months, but we pulled it off, and now we're doing the first ever Friday Forum Fiesta Frantic Frenzy Fever.
Oh my God, who the hell
Forum
cares?
Forever fuck fig trees. Fuck it, we ruined it. Anyway, all the stuff is active. All the memes are active. The South Park cards are active. So if you want to drop whatever the fuck you want to drop, do it. And we will be going through. Where are we at? Oh, that's not it. We'll be going through the Red Links forums.
No, God!
Now we've never.
No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Okay, so we've never done this before, so we have everything to look at. In the future, we might not have as much because we'll catch up to where we've been, you know what I mean? Because, like, the forums aren't going to be super populated. There's not going to be that many shit. But then maybe we could roll into YouTube, or we could go into Reddit, maybe. I don't know. At some point, maybe we talk shit about Phil Duro's, his tier list. Dude, that was perfect timing right there. Anyway, let's start out and just see what he's got. So we got, this is the developer's update, so let's not fuck with that. All right, let's look at this one. Aoe Assassin. Can you guys read that, or should I zoom in? Should I ditch the sidebar and zoom in? Or can you see it? Here, let me make it a little bigger. Zoom in, motherfucker. Okay, boo, 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 boo. Let's just go to the corner. There we go. There we go. And make this a little smaller. Boom. Can you guys read it now? Anyway, I'm reading it either way. Aoe Assassin. Of all the classes that have natural AoE attackers, I noticed that Assassins is the only one lacking such. Is that true? Is there a tank that has AoE? Technically, Jimbo, I guess. Jimbo's technically a tank. That's it though, right? And then range, you'd have Terrence Mephisto, Nathan, and Dark Mage. Oh, Manbear Pig, that's right. No, Manbear Pig's a fighter, isn't he? No, he's a tank. Yeah, he's a tank. Yeah, Manbear Pig. Right. Professor Chaos is AoE. Technically, sort of, yeah. I forgot. Manbear Pig wasn't always AoE though, so you gotta give me a break. You gotta remember I've been playing this game for a very long time. Anyway, I noticed Assassin doesn't have it. Fighter was Nelly. Oh yeah, Nelly. President Garrison, Super Craig. Well, I guess I didn't even list the fighters. Nathan and Terrence Mephisto. And Dark Mage. So this motherfucker made a whole post and he forgot one. So fuck you guys. Tank has Manbear Pig and Jimbo. He forgot two. He made a whole post and he forgot two. So forgive me for forgetting Manbear Pig, you fucking cock. I think it would be interesting to have an assassin that isn't easily devoured by swarms. I don't like that. That's like the fucking opposite thing you want. Does anyone have any idea of an AoE assassin? Would this hypothetical idea be too OP? What do you guys think? I know my thoughts. I'll let you guys speak your piece before I jump in, and we'll read Nick Lynn's. Nick Lynn. Anyway, just give it to Scout Ike. That's pretty funny. Spontaneously, it feels like it would be too powerful. Spontaneously, what does that mean? What? As you notice from the cards you listed, most of them intentionally have a low attack speed to compensate, while an assassin is by class definition fast and very strong. Well, I mean, you can just have an assassin that's hits slow and hits hard. Pretty sure this is also why they decided to make Frontier synergize with fighters to grant AoE, while assassins only have the freeze. What? Oh, because they don't get the speed boost? Well, yeah, that's the speed boost. So imagine if Frontier gave assassins AoE. That'd be pretty fucking brutal. I would say... Oh, you want me to zoom? You want me to zoom? Okay, we can do it. Well, we'll have to ditch this side then, which is fine. And then we could ditch this, and then I'm like a bird and you can suck my bones. I don't care if you can read this. You can just fucking open the forums yourself, dummy. Anyway, you can see it now. Okay, so my thought is an assassin that is always AoE would naturally have to have less attack than any other assassin, and in which case it will never be able to assassin step other assassins, even with new kids' help probably, and it would never be able to beat another assassin if it hits them in the wild, which is a big part of like having a higher level assassin. If you play scout level 7 in Team Wars versus level 6, you know when they hit each other and your scout survives and gets 6 more hits off on the tank, that wins you the game right there, right? 4-ass monkey is semi AoE. That's good. The AoE potential damage from assassins is there. Monkey, Professor Chaos, and to an extent Inuit, because like Inuit could be busting up on somebody, kills them, somebody else kills them and gets damage. That's kind of AoE, you know what I mean? At least it's multi-target, like the same as Monkey is not technically AoE, because AoE means area of attack or area of effect, I guess. And so Monkey is just multi-target, which is we don't have to be super precise. We can consider AoE to be, anything that hits multiple people consider AoE. That's fine. I mean, AoE damage for like an attack you would probably call splash damage, not AoE damage, right? So in this context, you would say a splash attacker, not an area of effect attacker, because area of effect also sort of implies it's like a prolonged effect in my head, probably just from old MMOs. In that sense, rats, gnomes, hamsters can split their attacks. Right. I mean, yeah, I guess. But it would be like Professor Chaos killing people with his ability, but then, attacking one person after that. So in my opinion, it wouldn't be very good. If you had an assassin that was full damage AoE the whole time, that'd be fucking brutal and really strong, and kind of defeats the purpose of the assassin. The whole idea of the assassin is to, like, targeting placement is important. If you target right and you play it in a way where your assassin's going to target well, you're going to benefit. I think an assassin whose first attack is AoE might be useful and might not be broken. Because if you just run that assassin at new kid on a blank board, all you got to do is just you just have to backstep the assassin. So instead of doing the assassin step in front of the assassin, you do the assassin step behind the assassin, so that when they attack, they don't AoE your new kid. So it doesn't really impact anything as far as like that goes. And then from the defensive perspective, it would be quite strong, but not like overly, like it could clear some swarm, but it's not gonna like kill another assassin, right? Like you'd have like maybe like 50% or something like that, just like Frontier kind of does. That's what I would do. Anything other than that, I just don't think would work, unless it's like a swarm assassin. Like if you have gnomes or like something like hamsters, like maybe PC babies. There's 2 PC babies that come out, and they're technically assassins, and they have AoE attack, and they can have lower attack per baby in comparison. But so like it's not an incredible amount of DPS, but it's like enough to like maybe one shot a bunch of rats or cocks or whatever it might be. Scissors, I like that. Sally AoE, make her usable. Sally's first hit being AoE, think about that. I've always thought Sally should have some sort of bleed mechanic, or she should be reworked to have, Sally, right? Shelly? Sally? Yeah, Sally. She should be reworked to have like bleed or something along that. Like once you hit her, like when you hit, like kind of like a single target Well, maybe it would be just the first attack for that too. It'd be like a single target AQR basically, where the first target that Sally hits gets inflicted with bleeding and loses 3% of health every second until it dies. And that would make her useful for like tank busting. Or you could do like an AoE sort of thing where, you know, maybe her first hit, she hits with both scissors. So she AoE hits. Maybe she's the first that has like a line attack where maybe she has like a piercing, like lunge sort of attack where she hits a little bit behind the person she's hitting, like in a straight line, not an AoE. She could be like the first line, well, I guess it'd be like Inkin's laser sort of, just like short, right? That'd be kind of cool. Not a bad idea. Pretty good post. No event rewards for me. Oh no. Y'all used to give us time to collect rewards. I never had to worry on Mondays. Log in today, look at no weekend event rewards. Well, that's interesting. So he's saying, so if you don't collect your rewards, typically you have a little bit of time the next day to open them. It'll say like event ended, but you have time to open them. If that doesn't happen, I think you still get the stuff. So I would say this guy checks the history because it might be there. It might be there. That sucks. Please check your history. Yeah, exactly. This guy knows what he's talking about. Because that's total possible where you open it or you don't open it and then like the time goes by. I don't think they just wouldn't give you that just because you didn't actually open it. Sorry, my eyes are killing me. I cooked salmon and potatoes and onions and shit today. Right before the stream, and it got so smoky, and it was just like smoke in my eyes, and they've been burning ever since. Do different tiers. Okay, I'm gonna actually open a bunch of I'm just gonna open a bunch of these. Boo, boo, boo. All right, so that's 2. So that's page 1. All right, we'll see how long it takes us to go through page 2. Do different tiers. Having a complete reset is not the right way to do it. Just like PvP, it should be done in tiers. Putting the gold teams even with the wood ones will murder those guys. Well, no big deal, right? Whatever. That happened at the beginning. Whatever. You could reset. Those gold teams are also getting only wood rewards for those weeks too. So don't act like only the lower teams are getting the shaft in this situation. You just got to roll with the punches. If they want to fully reset, and one thing about fully resetting is that they've made a lot of changes with D-ranking, with the way caps work, with the way bracketing works, with the way how many people you have impacting your crowns and stuff. And if that would have been implemented from day one, there's probably like 5 out of the top 10 teams that wouldn't be in the top 10 anymore because they've just been coasting with like 30 members with low numbers and just winning every week. And it's just not enough for other people to catch up to them, right? My team's at 44 is getting a ton of interest with this update. Yeah, so throws her scissors. Yeah, Haze Demon, exactly. Like maybe she throws the scissor and they go forward through them. Yeah, it's a good idea. Like a piercing thing. So she sort of becomes like a range assassin to an extent, which is kind of cool. Cupid kind of is that, but like a range AoE. I think that's a really cool concept. Like we need a card that has like a piercing straight through AoE. Not like every AoE is like a cone or just like actually around you. That's lame. You could reset everything to wooden, but put some code in there to keep it fair. I have 2 accounts in gold now. I'm just sharing what I'm hearing. Also, for the reward packs, those should be done in tiers too. So many teams have fought to get into gold, silver, and by just rewarding the top 50. Well, everybody is getting a pack. So I don't know if you missed that or what, but only the top 50 is getting just like a little bit better pack. It probably won't be anything meaningful at all. I would say... I think it's better to fully reset because that gives teams a chance to like change their name, you know, or, you know, fully create a different team and go, you know, with a new name, or, you know, maybe like maybe they've wanted to do like a different different way to do their name or whatever, different spelling, whatever it might be, they have a chance to do that right here, because if we fully reset to 0, there's no reason to stay on your other team anymore. What I was thinking they might do is like reset all gold teams to 3,500, all silver teams to 2,100, whatever it is, all wood teams to 15 or whatever it is, which would help, you know, clear out some of the riffraff. But at the same time, there could be some gold teams that shouldn't be in gold, that should have always been stuck in silver. So top 50 packs will get an outfit, yeah, maybe. But even at the same token, there's a lot of those top 50 teams that have vacancies. So if you truly cared about this, find one of those teams, join it for that 1 week, and everybody, a lot more people will get the rewards. But I think the reset's a good idea overall. Thank you so much. This is Tola talking. You're not alone. This is the biggest comment I've noticed from players. I'm not sure which part. Like, do it in tier. Well, yeah, like tiering the rewards. I don't care. Do whatever the fuck you want. Whatever. Cry more about what rewards you get. Keep you on lurk. Peace out, Red. Well, I'm gonna put this on YouTube, so if you want to catch up and see what kind of shit we get into, you'll be able to catch it there. So they can finally be playable at upper. Okay, goth kids for next cheesy poof events. Oh, that'd be cool. Just like Furkle, all 4 of them. I like that. That'd be pretty cool. Like right now, it's such a weird smattering. Like it was Kevin, and it was like one time it was like they try. It seems like they're trying to do newer cards, which is nice. But it was like fucking City Walk guy on that other one, and that's not necessarily a new card. Castle Defender bug. My opponent used Mecha Timmy. Yeah, this is a very, very well-known bug. That if you mind control Castle Defender, all sorts of shit happens. You can get 2 Crusaders spawned, 2 for you, 2 for me. I've seen 4 Crusaders spawn for the enemy. It's crazy. Stuff gets crazy. So that's definitely a known one. Why do you hate Adventure? Serious question. Self-explanatory. Current Adventure only has 2 cards, Inuit and Jimbo. What? Pretty sure Jimbo will get the nerf bat again. Nah, Jimbo's just fine. I mean, I think Sam is still fairly good. And Inkin is still very good. Lightning Bolt's still very playable. Aerostorm getting better and better as Inuit and stuff becomes more popular. They need fighters. They need fighters that are more useful. Like Shaman is kind of useless. Hookhand is kind of useless. Heidi, I like Heidi, but she's still not great. Sam is okay, pretty good, but if you don't have him leveled up, he's not very good. Frontier doesn't really get any huge value from any of the fighters in Adventure, unfortunately. 2 is a bug. 1 should be perma-controlled, just like when MC Slave dies, the cocks belong to the MCing players. Right, yeah. If you time it perfectly and you mind control, well, in my opinion, you shouldn't be able to mind control the tower. It doesn't make sense. But if you mind control it perfectly and right before it dies, the one spawned person should be yours, and it shouldn't reset back. I agree with you, just like the way the cogs work. This event showed how OP Jimbo really is at 6 in ladder. I mean, maybe. I hadn't really seen him. I mean, I beat the shit out of every Jimbo I ran into. But people don't really know how to play him. You really got to couple him with 3-cost range cards. Quick attacking ones. Like, you pair him with Timmy, it doesn't really help. Self-explanatory. Please enlighten us. I'm sure you're forgetting Lightning Bolt. Thinking Pocahontas. I wouldn't say Pocahontas is viable at top ranks. Dude, seriously, my eyes are killing me right now. I wouldn't say Pocahontas is viable at top ranks. I wouldn't say Sharon's viable at top ranks, unless you're running a Santa deck. Frontier Bradley, sort of, but he got nerfed to be not very useful. The only reason that Frontier Bradley could maybe be useful is like Sizzlers. Sizzler being super strong makes Frontier Bradley potentially good. He beats up so many other melee units now without using his charge. Seems to me there's way more love for Adventure. Nah, I don't agree with that. Bingo. Fantasy, which basically is only Dar, Transmog, Spirit of the Forest. What is Spirit of the Forest? Kyle the Drowells? What the fuck is he talking about? He thinks fantasy is only Dar, Transmog, and Spirit of the Forest. What the fuck is he talking about? Like, Kyle the Drow Elves, very good. Transmog, obviously good. Dar, or he means DSR, but Dragon Slayer, good. Witch, still very good. Stan the Great, potentially the best common in the game. Or Scout Ike would probably be better. Definitely the best common fighter in the game. Man, maybe Mackie could give him a run for his money. But definitely the best common in fantasy. Paladin isn't completely unplayable. Shield Maiden is arguably the best legend in the game. And then, yeah, the rest sucks dick. Gnomes is still very good. But yeah, the rest suck. But you can have incredible, like, you could build a deck around Robin, Tweak, and CKI and get some epic wins with that shit, right? But TNP and Frontier, that's a nice one. I like that. Slave is usable. Oh, yeah, Slave's usable. And Grand Wizard Cartman is usable if you can play around the removal. I mean, you see in Team Wars when Grand Wizard doesn't have removal, he's a fucking nightmare. When his ability can hit New Kid from such a distance and it's strong versus the New Kid, it's like, it's good. Yeah, Dog Poo's not great. Oh god, Spirit of the Forest. I only hate Sizzler Stewart more than this. What is Spirit of the Forest? What is he talking about? I don't struggle with Sizzler, but yeah, that Drow Elf buff is insane. Not to even mention Scout Ike. He's so much better than Human Kite, and that's epic. What does that have to do with... Who's he comparing to Kite? Oh, Drow Elf? Yeah. Well, I really hate that idea. Like, the concept that a legend has to be better, or an epic has to be better. Typically, that's not what that means. It means that they're typically cards that are strong because of their ability and their overall potential. Like, Human Kite's overall potential is just as good as Drow Elf's. It's just as good. Potentially even more so if they have trouble dealing with a flying card, right? So there's push and pull there. Human Kite also has way more health than Drow Elf. So, you know, it's push and pull. Also, Human Kite's shield is mobile, so it can move with the push. So there's pushes and pulls, right? But, yeah, like comparing Scout Ike to... whatever. Let's forget how strong Lightning Bolt and Aerostorm. Aerostorm's only good depending on who you're up against. Lightning Bolt... Typically, there's at least one Lightning Bolt target per deck, but if there's not a Lightning Bolt target or Airststorm targets, like, they're not good cards. Like, spending 4 energy to just chunk a bunch of fighters down very rarely gives you any value, because like you need to gain actual value, as in like kill 2 energy from an assassin, or 3 or whatever, 4 from a range, whatever. You mean poor man's UC wannabe? Nerfed, still good. Nerfed. Not denying Adventure had 5 minutes in the sun with the old buffs, but that was a long time ago now, and most of them have already been reverted. Yeah, I mean, when you look at decks that run Adventure, no deck will be blue. No fucking deck will be blue. It will be whatever the other theme is, whether it's sci-fi, fantasy, superheroes, mystic, whatever. It will be mostly Mystic, and you'll just have Psalm and Incan and Lightning Bolt, or you'll just have, you'll just have Inuit, Psalm, Incan, or maybe just Inuit, Incan, Lightning Bolt. You know, you'll never have more than 4 adventure cards in those decks, or at least not typically. And if you do, it's probably just because you have that card leveled and you don't have an alternate card leveled. And if you had that alternate card leveled, you would use that one instead. Like, maybe you have Kyla Drow's level 5, but you have Sharon level 6. You want to run Sharon instead. That's fine. I get it. Whatever. Also, let's not forget all those brilliant adventure cards that everyone plays in Legendary, such as Sally, Heidi, Shaman, Outlaw, Murph. Murph, not terrible. Thunderbird, if he's 6, just as useful as a Dougie, very sneaky. But the problem I have with Thunderbird is that when you powerbind him, he becomes completely worthless. Like, he doesn't have an attack, right? He's nothing. Like, there's no other card in the game where a power bind renders you completely obsolete, or like an enforcer or whatever. So I would say that with Thunderbird, if he becomes power binded, then he becomes a headhunter exploder motherfucker, where he'll just be, maybe he gets a speed boost. You power bind him, he gets a speed boost. He goes into overdrive. His fucking beak starts beeping red, and he's like, bang, 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 bang. And then he fucking kamikazes into New Kid and does double damage or something like that. You know, like make him have to still kill the fucking card quickly or something. You know what I mean? Zen, but at least he's a body block. Yeah, he still has health. He still has health. And I guess so does the bird, but it's not really useful to you because it's a headhunter, right? So it's not gonna protect your push. I guess you could use it to like guide people away, but even then, the things that are gonna attack it are gonna be most likely range cards, like maybe a Bradley or something like that. You could use that to like guide it away or something. I don't know. But yeah, but also something I was thinking, what about an assassin that has like a monkey explosion, but it's a local explosion? So when they die, they blow up in a little area. I think that would be kind of cool. Or what about an assassin that if it attacks New Kid, something different happens? Like kind of like Dougie, but you know, it still does other stuff to other stuff. I'd love an assassin that stuns, like Murph sort of, but only if he's like less than half attack or half health. Like a situation that's not going to happen very much for an assassin, but if you get to the point where you're half health, then you know, if you survive a hit from another assassin or something like that, then you could potentially start stunning on hit. Kind of cool. Theme is made out of all its individual part, and let's be honest, no theme has more useless fillers than adventure. I will admit to that. Like, they don't have great cards, and their spells are kind of average when you compare them to the cards that fucking fully remove cards. Like, yeah, a card that buffs charges, like has them trigger twice or something like that. Yeah, I mean, kind of Santa, but like I like the idea of having different cards do something similar. Like Santa's neutral, obviously, so it's a little different, but like, you know, maybe another theme needs a similar card to Robin Tweak, where in some way they boost. Like, kind of like, you know, Robin Tweak and Mintberry Crunch are similar abilities, but, you know, one's AoE, one's a random attack. Maybe you could do one that's global, you know, something that's global. Just a little bit of a boost or something, I don't know. Just a suggestion, go play something different than Adventure and See. All themes have cards no one plays in High Legendary. Well, yeah, but Adventure has, like, the least, for sure. Isn't it always Call Girl, Mysterion Kun, MJ, Mintberry? Yeah, but also usually hamsters and chaos and sometimes kite, not always kite. Just like Adventure is always Sam, Incan, Inuit, Sharon, Jimbo. No, Sharon, Jimbo is not in the list. Not in the list. If anything, it's Sam, Incan, Inuit, Lightning Bolt. Might call them Nerf. Yeah, these people are just gonna bicker. Like, this is crazy how much they bicker back and forth. Like, look at this, is crazy. The only thing I could agree on you is that Call Girl does way too much damage. Yeah. Yeah. Don't see a lot of Incan or Jimbo anymore. Well, Incan is still very good. Honestly, I definitely think Incan's a better card now than he was before. Superhero and sci-fi, the current top dogs. I think that's pretty fair. Superhero sci-fi is very good. Sizzler's very good. The cheapness of sci-fi, stuff like Mecha, just super impactful stuff. Warboy is so impactful. When you can play Warboy and like couple it with a Mysterion that just spawned, it's very good. I'm gonna skip that. We don't need to keep listening to people bicker about stuff, you know? Got a lot of stuff to look at. Question for level 24 to 25 players in 6500. Why are you not level 24 25 with level 7 cards in arena? Haven't got the cojones to play at the top. I mean, that could be a lot of things. It's faster to grind, no reason to play higher. Yeah, but then the argument is like, what's the point of grinding if you're not gonna, like, what's the point? Like, if you're not gonna play at a decent level. System also deranks from every season, mixes them. Yeah, so it depends on the time. If it's, you know, early, you might just be unlucky. But I would say the most likely thing is that, dude, this guy's all over the forums. It's crazy. He's got 1,000 posts. Yeah, exactly. So if a lonely level 25 is hanging out at 3K, he may have to wait 30 seconds for a match, but he'll get one as soon as he's flagged, having exceeded the weight limit. Yeah. Yeah, and the way that works is like, if I'm way at the top and I'm waiting for 10 minutes, the person down here doesn't have to also be waiting 10 minutes to get up to there. Like they could instantly match into me. So that's why sometimes you think, oh, if sometimes you match instantly and you think, oh, it's going to be a pretty close match, but sometimes it's not, because like it's just not the same. It doesn't really, I don't have to wait 10 minutes in order to possibly match somebody higher than me. Like, that's just not how it works. But I would say most likely this situation is somebody just doesn't play that much. Like, if you're running into the same motherfucker 6 times a day, every fucking day, and you remember his name and you keep seeing him over and over again, sure. Like, that guy's being a fucking prick. But if you never see that guy again, maybe he used to play all the time, he doesn't play very much anymore, and you happen to catch him on the one pack he played this week or today or whatever. Inkin plays a lot less since the DAR change. Yeah, I would say the DAR change impacted him more than his change. Well, I guess that's not necessarily true, because if he still had his old health, he would still be just as easy to DAR. Well, not just as easy, but like he'd be fairly easy to DAR, because he'd still have like, 300, 400, 500 health, where you could have that leeway. But as of right now, it's like only 200 health or something like that. So one assassin can kill him. So yeah, like stuff like that, who cares? You can't worry about stuff like that, because it's always gonna exist to an extent. And unless you see someone serially abusing it, they're not even abusing it. They're probably just not playing that much. The game's 4 years old. Some people don't play it 45 fucking games a day, New kid level cap increase. I could be mistaken, but somehow I have it in my head that I was once mentioned that new kid level cap was going to be increased beyond 25. I don't think that ever happened. I would definitely like this. I've been at level 25 for quite a while. Yeah. Would make upgrading cards that I won't use and donating cards to team members feel more meaningful. I'll admit it would make donating feel more meaningful. For most of us, even the coins don't matter. So yeah, but I don't like the idea of new kid getting better. I've talked about this a lot on the update before. I don't like the idea of new kid getting better, because that impacts the balance that they've worked 3 years to sort out, as far as like, how things interact with new kid and stuff like that. And you really notice that when you're a level 22 new kid against 25s, like you really, or against like 25 level, 6543, or I guess it'd be like, nowadays it's like 7755, 77755. No, 7 epics is fucking ridiculous too. I think there's more level 7 legends in the game than there are level 7 epics. I'm willing to bet that that's true. But yeah, having a I think that they should have had like a profile level, like that just goes up 1 level every 10,000 experience, and you get like a little pack or something, and then it could just, that could be just like your like, this is how many cards I've donated / this is how many cards I have upgraded and stuff. And you'd have people who would pay and upgrade cards, if you had a leaderboard for it especially, just to be the top account, just to say, like Friar Pop would probably be the top because he has so many cards that are level 7 and so many of the new cards that are high level. And other people would want to just be high, so they would upgrade those cards and go on donation runs and all this kind of stuff, and it would add an extra element. It'd like add an element to like the collectionist, kind of cool idea. What a fucking loser. So no response from Red Links and nobody else interested. Oh, what a shame. Hello, we don't have any plans for raising new kid at this particular time. Good. But I would say will you ever expand the game? I mean, the max new kid level over 25 and card level over 7. Are there any plans for it? Blah, blah. We're planning to do this early and mid next year. Well, I mean, that could have been talking about the card levels, not new kid levels, so. Do you actually have any real plans for this game? Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. This entitled bullshit. Like them updating with new cards and balance changes every month, or you know, pseudo every month. That's so much better than every other game like this that just never gets updates, or they're so rare, or you know, it's just like crazy that they count your fucking blessings, man. The game's 4 years old and still supported. You do not understand how crazy that is. You do not understand how crazy that is. What a fucking self-righteous little punk. Other than ways of making more money, like introducing one new card after the other to sell packs. Well, it's also to keep the game fresh, because as more cards become playable, like now I worry about fucking cows coming out and kicking my ass, you know? Like you have to, as more cards become available, the meta can shift incredibly. Like the new red, when she gets leveled, she might really throw shit on her head. You never know. Even the cheesy poofs are just so people can spend cash on buying poofs. I mean, not really. It's also to have people have a reason to play the events every day. I mean, the amount of people that play events during cheesy poofs versus not is night and day. Like the amount of matchmaking, quickers, all sorts of stuff. What's up, Warhammer? Problem I have, the cost investment in a card. With burst, they need to have reimbursement mechanisms. I disagree, because like you still have the card usable for Team Wars and technically there for boosting other cards. Like I don't agree with that. You don't want that. I promise you, you don't want the ability to change your mats for other mats. You don't want your ability to change cards for other cards, because you're gonna gimp yourself, and that's gonna impact your Team Wars and what other modes might, you know, be that out in the future. Because imagine you could trade all your cards early on, and you traded all your sci-fi cards for adventure cards and all your fantasy cards for mystic cards, and now your adventure and your other themes fucking suck. They're terrible, and there's nothing you can do. What are you gonna, like, you can't just get thousands of mats and thousands of those cards, you know? But yeah, I would say they need something where we can do when you get to level 7. I would suggest like a legacy shop, where if you get cards to level 7, you can dump those into the shop and you get shop points for the legacy shop. And the legacy shop resets every day, and it only has cards that haven't been released in the last year or something like that. So you'd have like older cards that you could like catch up with. So like if I have like a dynamite superhero deck and I have a bunch of level 7s because I bought a bunch of them or just focused them or whatever, but then like my Blood Elf Bebe is still level 5 and that's kicking my ass in Team Wars, I could wait till Blood Elf Bebe is an option, and you wouldn't have limits to those, and they wouldn't increase when you bought them. The legacy shops would just be like 10 points per common, 20 points per rare, whatever it would be, and you could just buy as many as you wanted. So if you wanted to save up and get Blood Elf Bebe to level 7, you can do that, because that doesn't break the economy, because there's a lot of people that have been playing for a long time that just have those levels naturally, so it's not that big of a deal to do something like that. Put me on the fucking design team. All right, we're gonna see him. Like, this people is so stupid. Like, oh, if I don't officially hear from you, I'm gonna get mad about it. And like, shut the fuck up. What a fucking loser. I hate that shit. Was this a hack? I just lost the game because my opponent's character were moving at insane speeds. No, that could be lag. I've seen stuff like that too. Yeah, if they pop up instantly and zoop, yeah, that's just lag. You know, he actually played the card 2 seconds earlier, and you're just now seeing it. Like, that's all it is. Literally all it is. I can assure you that there are some instances where your opponent internet connection is unstable. That affects the gameplay and sometimes, yeah. 10,000, dude, you need to start taking the game seriously. 21K and counting. LOL. 10,000 match. Well, yeah, you can't. He said, you don't. How could you? What a fucking idiot. You don't. There's no stat anywhere that tells you how many games you've played. The only stat is how many games you've won. So when he said win versus, what are you talking about? You're just trying to be a prick for no reason. Just for fun, I looked at my stats and I'm at 999-1. Been playing since January 2028. 221 1 per month. That's 7 wins per day. Yeah, I mean that's like 2 packs per day, 2 or 3 packs per day roughly. Obviously, on the weekends you're going to be getting way more than that to be able to finish events. So yeah, that works out. From the amount of whining you do, I'd expect more wins. I'm literally knocking on the door of my 25,000th PvP win, and besides this thread I've never mentioned ever before. Currently have 58. Who cares? From a freemium perspective, I have yet to spend real money in the game. I keep saying it, this game is one of the very few real freemium games. Yeah, it's true. It's very, very fair.
Or writing layers, or...
This guy thinks his win-loss ratio is 4 losses to 1 win. I would be so fucking mad. If that was my win-loss ratio, I wouldn't play the game.
None of that matters
if it took me 5 games to win 1 match, over and over and over and over again, I'd go fucking nuts. You see me lose 2 in a row and I'm about to go batty. I don't lose very often. To lose 4 in a row before I get 1 win would be brutal. I mean, unless I'm running some shitty event deck.
Where the music is going ultimately. This is when
is Dar not working with Pope intentional? No, she mentioned that was a bug that they're working on fixing. So when that happens, yikes. That's gonna be crazy. I'm getting fucking tired of this broken matchmaking. It's impossible to win any matches with this BS event cards. While I play with 10-point events and my plane got 3 or 4 max BS. Well, don't fuck. What do you expect them to matchmake based on how many event cards they have in it? Of course, everyone playing superhero. I mean, they're good. So yeah. Now they're getting broken OP new legendary cards. She's not really that good. You saw people play her earlier. She's not that good. Yeah, Dar Pope is gonna be fun. My Belf is at 1k over level 7. Yeah, exactly. And if you imagine if you could change those 1,000 Belfs into 500 Gunslinger Kyle because you want him to level 7 or something, you know. You couldn't use it to get level 7 Jimbo or something, right? But you could use it to get older cards. So I think that's a perfect idea, and they just fuck it up. They're so stupid. Never fully understood why so many people who play this game totally ignore the events and just stick to their one deck. I can only think it's the strange mentality that rank is everything. Yeah, right. Or it's just about time, you know. Some people, it's more important for them to just jump in, get the PvP pack because, you know, cost benefit, the PvP pack is the best value in the game. Get their PvP pack and then leave. They don't finish the events. If they get a couple stacks to the event, whatever. They don't give a fuck. They get their PvP pack and they move on to the next game they're playing, or they go back to work, or they fucking go back to sleep, or they go back to fucking your mom. Whatever happens, they're done with the game. They're not grinding 45 lockers. I haven't seen locker. I stream this game professionally. I am paid money to do it, and I haven't seen locker limit since they changed it to 45. So I have a solution, more cards from different themes. Not only one theme with one card from others. Well, I get that, but at the same time, like, it's kind of fun knowing, like, okay, if this guy's running an event deck, these are the cards he's going to run. This is the deck I can run to absolutely shit on that one. Wally does that all the time. He runs an absolutely counter deck. I was playing on Saturday, seriously started considering quitting this game, LOL. This guy's got 1,000 posts on the forum, and he's going to quit the game? Jeez. New locker limit is far out of my dedication. Yeah, it's so many. 45. Even 30's tough. Like nowadays. It used to be 30 wins used to take me an hour and a half on the main account because I'd get 15 free wins because matchmaking was much quicker and much more like forgiving, where you'd match up against someone like 600 ranks. But back then you had like numbered people and ranks and like different things. So like if you ran into someone that had a number, and you didn't have a number, you just bailed. I don't really care about all this shit. Just as an aside, I wonder what the user base for this game is like in China, and if the heavy restrictions on online games will have an impact on this game. Who cares? That said, I noticed I think 2 season resets ago that a major change seemed to happen. I hit my high elo of 9750. In the following season, I barely cracked 8500. I've noticed way more people with level 5 legendaries. And I don't mean just one, which just maybe a person would have been lucky enough to get. That's true. Usually 1 isn't too impossible. On the weekend, on Sundays, the event was winding down. Well, I mean, on the event, it could be they were getting boosted too. So, all this morning, I encountered my first level 6 legendary. And I actually felt a sense of accomplishment defeating that opponent. Not a great deck build and a lot of weaker cards. So just because you splash out and buy a card to high rank does not guarantee you win. Yeah, that's fair. I'd like to see some user statistics, but I think the player base has shrunk recently. Not noticeably. So less freemium players like myself and more pay to win. Actually, truthfully, when the player base shrinks, it's typically the pay to win people that are bailing, because the freemium players are dedicated, and that's why they're able to keep up with the pay to win players. The pay to win players are lazy and don't like the fact that these fucking losers who never paid for any cards are beating them with their level 4 legends or something like that. And so they are more likely to quit, because they actually, even though they have a lot of money into it, they feel less connected to the game than those who have grinded their asses off to get to where they are. And that's just a psychological thing. Because like me, like I could, if it wasn't for the stream, I could put this game down and move on to some other games that I play without a doubt, and not feel bad about the money I've spent at all, because I've spent the amount of money I've spent, I've gained back in entertainment. Like I spent $15 for a movie. Like $15 in South Park gets me much more than 3 hours of entertainment, you know? All right, let's keep going. No idea what I'm doing wrong. Was doing really well up to 3,500 at level 10. Then I just got stomped over and over again, mostly by virtue of having utterly garbage opening hands whilst the opponent plays perfect combos. Down to 3,100. Well, if you're just constantly getting garbage hands, then maybe your deck sucks. And as someone who's ranked 3,500, I'm willing to bet you don't have the greatest options even, because you don't even have all the cards. So your deck probably will get stomped by someone who has a better deck composition. That $5 free legend was the only one pack I ever paid for. Yeah, that's a hard one to miss. That's a hard one to miss. Like, if you've been playing for 3 years, it's a hard one to give up. He's superhero adventure and having trouble? Ugh. Killed Sam and more broken superhero. I don't think Sam's terrible. Why would you ruin Sam and then introduce a new superhero card that everyone can clearly see is broken? I don't think she's that strong. Like, you saw me play around her. It wasn't that hard. Or yeah, because, you know, people will wail on it like they do with the broken superhero cards. I mean, if somebody bought... I'm sure there's a handful of people, but... she's not going to change the game. She's not that good. Superhero does suck, though. Like, it's very good. I spend most of my time around top 10, 20. Nothing to do with needing to improve. It's about wringing money out of a single theme constantly. Well, that's not true, though. I mean, Jimbo was fucking broken as shit, and he was adventure. So you're just like, you got blinders, you fucking hate superhero, and every time you see it, you get pissed off. But in reality, the same shit happens for every theme. What are you gonna do? What did you do to Dougie? He's effectively broken now. You made him worthless. When? Why did I ever bother working so hard requesting cards for many months to get my Power Fist to 7? We just got murked by a Power Fist. What's he talking about? No, we're doing another one, Akuma. We're doing a $20 gift card. So, no Pocahontas, but he's supposed to be like a missile. It's fundamentally how he works. He still makes the speed run fast graphic, but now he's slow as fuck. What? Is that broken? Well, he didn't seem broken when we played him earlier. Fix Sam. After the nerf, it seems there's a bug with his charged attack. Alright, we'll see how stupid this video is. The video shows my level 5 Sam versus level 4 Mecha with 807 life. Sam has a power damage of 620. With the first charge, Mecha received 310 of damage, and the second 610, a total of 670. What? The video shows my level 5 Sam versus level 4 Mecha with 807 life. Sam has a power damage of 620. With the first charge, Mecha received 310, and the second 620. Oh, does he hit him full range? I bet you he just wasn't in range. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Sir, did you read his change? If they're outside his charge range. Read again, man. Enemies further away receive half damage, and those closer. Are you fucking stupid? No, he's not right. I gotta respond to this one. Do you not see the little reticle around Sam? And do you not see how Mecha was nowhere near it? Mecha only took 620 total damage. Looks perfect to me. Now we're done. Anyway, I'll show you the video. I can't do it. I can't show it. Anyway, this guy thought he was close enough to Mecha to trigger the lower or the double attack, but he wasn't, and he was still like half distance away. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. He's a dummy. He was not. It was not. Mecha was in the corner. Sam was in the middle. Like, there was nowhere near his range. The guy thought, oh, it's within the range. I don't know what he's talking about. He's a dummy. But yeah, he was definitely not close. What is Glamzerm? Dougie was broken for a couple of days. Oh, you know what? I do remember hearing that. Just like that, Glans made a new friend on the internet. Who are we talking about? Kreb? Hey, what's up, Kreb? I haven't seen the video. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to go look. But yeah, it's clearly nowhere near it. So the guy's just a fucking moron. That's why the guy's like, you should probably delete the thread, because real big dummy. My end of season pack disappeared. Check your history. It's definitely there. Balance update. Many reach out to me. Delay in the balance change. The team's been looking into it. Blah, blah, blah. I hope the fix is included. Lost 3 matches yesterday. Nearly broke my phone. The Marcus fix? What's wrong with Marcus? Marcus pillows can be kind of fickle. Oh, this fucking thing got locked? Holy shit. 249 replies. Why did it get locked? Oh, that's like the sound. Okay, we'll look at this. All right, we're gonna go through all of these that are left on page 2, and then we're gonna call it a night. This should last us quite a while. All right, that seems like good enough. Just like that, Glans made a new friend. Well, let's see what's the date on this one. This one's March. Or no, I lied. Does it say when it's posted? This is the 15th, so it's like a month ago. 2 pages for a month. It took us, what, 3 months to do 150. Next time I'll probably do it at where like 50,000 in a month, and if we don't make it, we don't make it. We try it again the next month, so that we don't, I don't know. Maybe we should always do this once a month. I don't know. I'm having fun though. Since when did golden materials become legendary? What? We have a neutral themed event with 11 reward packs, and in total I just received 2 golden materials. I don't know. Who cares? Buy them with coins and shit. You're right, that's peculiar. Shows that there wasn't even a single guaranteed gold mat, although 2 would be typical. That compared to 38 silver, 150 bronze makes me think I should stock up on gold mats when I see them in the shop. Yeah, that's the whole idea. Use the PvP and coins. So yeah, that is the thread with the most replies ever on the entire forum, with 32 players and blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Who cares? Dude, this is pathetic. This is pathetic. Ugh. My post has the most thing. Oh, Phil Duro agrees with me. What a fucking douche. What a loser. What a sad, pathetic person. You've buffed Dougie very hard because you haven't any offers. How to get a value from 6 element Randy. So the result is Dougie insta phone kill. What the fuck? What is he? What? 132 points lost in a game. How's that even possible? Opposition was ranked higher than me. Well, that typically means you left the game before. I felt cheated many times that there is no locker reward after watching an ad. I know you did not deliberately want to cause this, but at least try to fix that error. You probably got the 3 lockers. They just went to you immediately. To keep this error years unfixed, we have not had ads available for years. Please nerf superheroes. Hi, I play around 8,500 in PvP, and I decided to count how many times I would get superhero in any way, shape, or form. I had 14 matches. I bet you... Oh, wait. In a row? So he's saying 14 superhero matches in a row? Huh? Probably superhero weekend, dummy. They're just they're a fun theme, you know? Like, whether or not they're the best theme, they're also just very fun. So people are probably going to play them just because they're fun as well. 14 times I've had to close mid-game. Others uploading cards quicker than me, and there are near the same ones. How the hell is someone Musa kills my new kid in the opposition own half? What? Actually, that was Chaos mode people at 2 elo with level 7 cards. What? What? Chaos mode? Level 7 cards? What? Be once for get reports back on people I've reported. No, that's stupid. You don't want to empower the reporter like that. We aren't able to share the results of player investigation due to privacy, but I can assure you that we do use the reports for many things, not just bans and suspensions. Well, yeah, I can promise you that if you report somebody's name, it definitely gets looked at and they could change the name or even get banned. Like, we've had team members get banned for a week because of their fucking name. Like, they absolutely do stuff. And then look at this fucking douchebag. I challenge you to prove that statement. So far, there's absolutely zero evidence that any of the reports have led to any action. That's such a lie. Like, because of their name. Rename call girl to I win girl. LOL. Oh, LOL, you fucking killed it, dude. I bet you he checked this post every fucking day for a week to see how many likes he got. Fucking dummy. Fucking bugs, OP cards, and broken matchmaking. I'm gonna start every single game from now on reasons. What? What? I'm gonna start every single game from now on. What? Recording everything? I think he meant recording. Bugs in this game are so fucking annoying, and for every one of them I'm gonna send video and you won't fix them, I will sue you. You sound like a fucking crazy person. You'll sue them? What a fucking loser. I want to say that. What a fucking loser. Sue them? What a loser. I want to see this. I want to see this bug that he's talking about. What's the bug? What's the bug? Can you see? Oh, this is 24 minutes long. And you didn't even bother to cut it? Like, What am I supposed to... What's the bug you saw? Oh, Godspeed token? It's because the guy left, you fucking idiot! It's because the guy fucking left! God damn it, you're stupid. You're stupid. Motherfucking rampage. What a dummy. Anyway. I'm glad I called him a loser. A fun bug. See, now that's a fucking bug. That's a fucking bug. Not Witch Doctor getting a little quick. What a fucking dipshit. That's hilarious, though. Yeah, that's such a weird thing. I've never really understood how that one could happen. Why is Rogue Token so bad? No shit. Rogue Token, not great. Why is it? How would you balance him, though? More damage? Don't like that. More AoE? Then he's just Satan. More health? Make him just a better fighter in general? Make him 3 cost? That'd be pretty broken. You just gotta adjust his stats, I think. You know, maybe give him a bit more damage. Maybe make his war cry a bit faster, because he's got this problem where he likes to die before his ability goes off. Yeah, he's not great. Did you actually pull a He's Black card to push 2 card one? Level 8 and level 22 new kid? That'd be stupid. That'd be stupid. It'd be so dumb. Oh, now my new kid does more damage, but that's so fucking stupid. Make it... You don't want to be... You don't... That doesn't help. That doesn't fucking help you. Your cards getting to level 8 doesn't fucking help you. It helps like 10 people. There's... Because oh, I have 1,000 extra fucking cards. We need level 8 now. I have 1,000 extra cards, like somebody said in chat earlier. I got 2,000 extra cards. Well, guess what? You need fucking 10,000 for level 8. It's not gonna fucking matter. It's not gonna fucking matter to you at all. It's gonna be the same impact to you as when you look at your legendary cards that are level 5 and you see 64 fucking legendary cards that you need. You don't give a fuck. It's dead. That fucking concept of getting a level 6 legend is dead to you. Or level 6 epic to some people. 350 epics? It's fucking ridiculous. Going to level 6, you need fucking 700 or whatever, 640, whatever. What the fuck? It's ridiculous. Apply a short debuff with Warcry? What? Maybe he runs then jumps so it's not melted at Warcry. Oh, yeah. Like a spawns and then jumps forward and does damage. I'd say why not have his ability be a Warcry and a Death Wish? So you use his ability, he comes in and does his little spin, and then right before he's about to die, he goes up, does a spin, and then poofs out of existence like a ninja or something, you know? Because he's a rogue, right? He's a ninja. Yeah. Like you said. Timmy double hits and Marcus still deals no damage to any new kid. Well, Timmy double hits are technically a visual bug. But yeah, that's definitely very annoying. And Timmy's just the most... I mean, I've had times where Timmy's just fucking rocketing me like over and over, and like my guy's got no chance. That really sucks. I think new kid should be increased, but it should not impact the game. It should just be like a cosmetic increase. It shouldn't impact the game anymore. Once you hit to 25, everything's max. And then from there, you know, you get a pack every level or something like that. And then it's just maybe you get a outfit or something, whatever. I don't care. I've been getting Marcus issue also. Well, Marcus is usually that's lag. Like if he doesn't hit, it's lag. Hey now, are you looking for a fun yet competitive team? Oh. Apply a percentage of damage done by Warcry as AoE heal. So you put him in a group, he takes a little bit of damage, then he Witch Doctor tokens it back to life, and then he's just Witch Doctor on Q, which makes him better because Witch Doctor's charge is what makes him shit. I don't hate that. I like the idea of the war cry and the death wish though. I think that's a pretty cool idea. But I was thinking about, what about an assassin that blows up when it dies, but it blows up for amount of damage based on how much damage it did. So if you have an assassin and you get, you know, it has 200 attack, you get 5 hits off, it did 1,000 damage before it dies, and it does 20% of that damage in AoE damage when it dies or something like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. So if you get a huge stack on like Zen or something, all of a sudden your guy's this big threat like a bomb. It'd be kind of cool. Maybe superhero Ike is like a bomb Ike. He's like a chaos minion bomb. This player has new kit at level 25, legends at level 4 and 5 at 5860. I mean, it must just be he doesn't play. They don't care. This morning at level 10, I got matched against a level 15. Well, it does not matter. It does not matter what his level is. It doesn't matter. Only plus side is you can imagine what a loser these types must be to get some sort of satisfaction from winning. Or you could imagine how much of a winner they are because they have the disposable income to pay it on a fucking video game. Like, no whale I've ever met is not well-to-do and has a pretty good fucking life. MVP is useless again. After testing a couple matches, unless the targets are perfectly beside each other, MVP only hits one, thus making MVP the same as he was before they added AoE. You mean when they're perfectly next to each other? You mean like when they're both within the range? What are you fucking talking about? An assassin with a speed up boost like Robo, like on hit increases, or on kill. It would have to be on hit for an assassin. But yeah, that'd be cool, kind of like Sizzler. I don't hate that. I don't hate the idea of like having cards that have like the exact same ability, but just having them be different, like in a different theme, maybe in a different body with stats. You know, maybe there's like Kite and Drow Elves, basically the same fucking ability, just slightly nuanced. Same concept. Do that with other things. I know you're reaching for that crack rock after stream is over in your cardboard house. Yeah, like this is just the prop shit. All these $100 bills that I have lying around just like randomly, these are just prop dollar bills and they're not real. You think I actually have $500 just like hanging out? They're pretty realistic though, right? Just kidding, they're definitely real. Member Pig actually gets some benefits out of Archangel now. That's true, because now things have to be closer to actually like attack them. Let's do another page. Fuck it. Fuck it, we'll do it live. It's hard but not impossible. Guild leader quit due to cheaters. Oh, that's a sad, tragic story. Bring back leaderboards. Oh, that's gonna be an unpopular opinion. All right. Guild leader quit due to cheaters. My leader was an awesome guy who helped donate a bunch of cards to me and the guild, and he helped guide us through the game. Unfortunately, cheaters seem to be rampant at the higher levels. Definitely not where they're rampant. If there's cheaters, they're definitely not at the higher level. This has become such an issue that he ended up quitting the game and promoting me to leader. The game's already not that fair since you can buy higher levels of legendaries and other cards. I mean, what do you mean that's not fair? That's so stupid. Infinite energy, not possible. There are no current cheats that can work to manipulate energy within the game. Yeah, that's true. There isn't. I don't think there is. Do you want video? I record a lot of strange things happen during match. Doesn't mean so. So you recorded some strange things, and so you think that's evidence that people are fucking cheating? That's ridiculous. Improved mission events. Since token event was improved, mission events become a pain in the ass. I agree. They take the longest to complete. To complete one mission, you need to play 5 to 10 games. Yeah, in a token collection event, in 10 games you could be done. In 5 games you could be done if you get lucky. My new kid 16 beats new kid 21. Yeah, because new kid level doesn't really matter that much unless you're running against a chip deck or something. Please fix the bug with Castle Defender and Mind Control. Yeah, that's definitely a problem. Bring back leaderboards. Interesting. What's the point of events like we have now that can be finished in a few hours, but they actually last 2 days? Well, it depends on who you are. Like why? Like the people baffle me. You don't have any fucking thing better to do. You want there to be more to play. You want there to be more event. You want the event to take longer. What? You want it to take you 2 days? What the fuck are you talking about? It's a weekday. It should take 1 day, and it's two days long in case I couldn't fucking play on Tuesday because I have responsibilities. So stupid. At least with leaderboards, there is a chance. With these mission events, you keep racking up points. If you like to actually play the game, surprise, some of us still do. But for nothing, no team rewards. Well, you still get locker rewards every fucking game you play, potentially. And you could keep refreshing PvP packs, too. So dumb. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Most of the time, I only play 5 bars every 4 hours to open PvP packs. Even that's quite a bit, honestly. Please someone explain to me, why can't I mind control any goth kids while Michael is on the field? What? They're untargetable. It says immune to harmful spells. It doesn't say immune to damage spells. It says immune to harmful spells. Should we join Smiley Town's Discord and talk shit? Oh, invite invalid? Boo. Oh, how did I get this? Introducing the season reset. Star loss, win streaks. The first time we ever did a season reset, June 2017. Somehow that got into the mix. What legitimately needs nerf? A thread. Hey, folks. Oh, Jesus Christ. Going through these forums, I see a lot of calls for nerfs simply because a card is bothersome. While I understand the frustration, hey, what's up, Dodge? Simply removing anything you find difficult to play against isn't the answer. I find these posts water down the legitimate cry for nerf. That's stupid. Like, I mean, it depends on the person. Sometimes it's like, most of the time it's like, if everybody's complaining about a card, it's bullshit. The first card I see is Call Girl Pope Timmy combo. The trick allows you to play Call Girl, summoning 5 cost. Then when she dies, summon her again. The interaction is absurd, as for 12 energy over a period of time long enough to recharge if you're able to summon 5 units, 2 of which are tanky and others are range, allowing you to build through pushes, blah, blah, blah. Most common suggestion I see for taming this interaction is nerfing Pope Timmy to disallow Warcry abilities. That's stupid. Personally, I think Pope should be nerfed to only summon vanilla versions of the last card to die. What? Vanilla versions? So like level 1? What the fuck would the point of that be? It'd be absolutely worthless. I have a 5 cost cap for resummoning units. They sort of did that. Being able to summon consecutive Mammer Pigs is also nutty. Yeah, so that's kind of, I don't hate that. Time to necro some ancient threads, right? Another card in dire need of nerf is Jimbo. I think this is quite old, so I think they already have, yeah, this is July, so yeah. Well, definitely they've already nerfed him. Card is often complained, but is never given any thought beyond someone crying to nerf is Stand of Many Moons. He's legendary and as such can have an ability as powerful as his. I disagree with that. I don't think that a card should be just stronger because it's a legendary. It just shouldn't, that's just not how it works. That concept is so stupid to me. Like Scout Ike is one of the best cards in the game and he's a common like that, and that shouldn't be bad. For all these dummies or like these free to play guys who are like, oh, legendary cards should be better. Like, what doesn't fucking help you? Anyway, I'm curious what he's gonna say. However, the problem with him as he stands is that he is almost always guaranteed to go off unless your opponent has power bind or remove. What do you mean he's almost always guaranteed to go off? Well, yeah. Maintaining everything that makes him powerful simply to increase the duration of the first charge. Wow, they kind of went the opposite. Doesn't even have to be by much, maybe a second or two, but just long enough so your opponent has... No. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it being global is still the problem. Like, if I still put Hanky on that bitch, then it doesn't... You're not going to be able to do anything, right? Next series cards is loved and despised because their ability fits in anywhere. The Bradley cards. I don't think Bradleys are necessarily good. Frontier is average in my opinion. He's always been kind of average. It hasn't been necessarily Frontier that's been good. It's just been the fact that like Sizzler is so good that Frontier has been good. And then like the combination with like Cox and stuff with Frontier is very good. And they could just remove that by saying it can only boost humans. If they really wanted to. Like it can't boost animals. No big deal. A card that is often complained about but is never given anything, blah blah. Anyway, I actually don't care what anybody else has to say about that. Please, Red Links, consider one of my Scott Malkinson ideas. Oh, sweet. I actually like this idea. Okay. At EC, or their energy costs 4453. Okay. 140 HP, attack 30. Rare fighter. If this card is on the field, all rare units. That's fucking dumb. I'm gonna say right away, doing anything based on the rarity of the card is fucking just moronic. Moronic. All rare units poison nearby enemies for 2 seconds when spawned and reduce the attack of the enemies by 2 every time they attack. I don't like it. I do like the idea of someone who has an on-hit poison. We have yet to have an on-hit poison other than the snakes. And I feel like an assassin with on-hit poison that stacks every time you hit it would be sick. And then when that card dies, the poison passes to other people. Hyperspace Scott. Looks like a really stacked fighter. Legendary. If the card is on the field, all legendary units attack twice every time. But the extra hit deals 1/3 of the initial strike. Then why not just increase their attack by 1/3? There's no on-hit effects that would matter. That would, I mean, Sizzler, I guess, would get boosted quicker, slightly quicker. Oh God, Sizzler would be fully stacked in 4 hits. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, assuming that it would trigger on-hit effects, which would be kind of the whole idea. Oh man, that's brutal. Mysterion attacking twice, even if it's 1/3, it's still 100 damage. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's so terrible. Zeus Scott, mystical epic fighter. If this card is on the field, all epic units give you +3 energy when spawned, and all epic cards that cost 4 or more energy get their cost reduced by 1. Oh my God. Yeah, let's have a 4-cost Pope. Jesus Christ. Diabetic Ranger Scott fighter. They're all fighters? Fuck. If this card is on the field, all common units deal double damage on the first attack when spawned. Holy shit, Scout Ike doing 6 hundo. And are immune to all enemy leader attacks. I lead Scout Ike and New Kid Can't Help, so I can't even assassin step it. And I literally will kill any assassin that I hit. Oh no. 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 Terabad. Terabad. I just posted it and it's from October 2020 and I just commented on it. Hilarious. Necro don't post. Make level 7 great, period. Maxing a card on this game is the most unsatisfying thing in gaming. I will say that that's true because like the boost is so bullshit. The boost for commons isn't terrible. The boost for rares, nah. Boost for epics and legends is fucking like nothing. Cards upgrades beyond 7. Upgrades at currently I have 17 common cards and 1 rare at level 7. The most extreme case is Fried Jimmy, which I have at level 7 with 2249. It makes getting these cards feel utterly meaningless. It would it would still feel meaningless when you get one more to make it 2300 when you need 10,000 for level 8. That's a bit with cards like Jimbo getting a valuable boost bump. Yeah. Some of the newer cards do get an ability boost, and that's something that I've always said. Like for common cards, if that ability boost gets really boosted on that level 7, then that makes them much more useful. Like imagine if Marine Craig's level 7 boost gave him like an extra 50 damage to nuke it or something like that. It'd be awesome. Other Ubisoft games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Immortal Phoenix Rising have systems where you can use upgrade materials to improve your character after max leveling. What the fuck? Those are completely different things. I do need to play Immortal Phoenix Rising, and that's on Amazon Luna, so I'm gonna be playing that. But I'm finishing up Far Cry New Dawn. That's what I'm playing on Luna right now, along with a game called Monster Boy. It's like a RPG side scroll. It's kind of fun, Metroidvania kind of. I finally completed all the single player levels, but here we go again. This should have been a happy occurrence, but sadly I've encountered a problem, and even though I've already sent a bug. Oh yeah, it's the achievement. Yeah. I mean, whatever. You don't get the achievement. I got this twice yesterday in chaos mode. Something about the achievements is that once you set them, you can't change them. So like if achievements are bugged, you're kind of fucked. Like you can't really update them too much, because those go through Google, and like you can't remove achievements once you've added. It's really weird and convoluted. I got this twice yesterday in chaos. Invalid battle result is weird. I don't get it very often. You typically get it if I'm on an account and somebody else loads up the account and starts playing. When I finish my battle, it'll say invalid battle results. But most likely, oh yeah, here we go. Yeah. In this case, it was because he did it in under 30 seconds, which is a known thing. You get invalid battle results if you finish the, I'm not sure if it's 30 seconds, but definitely like 15 seconds. Well, that's already same thing. It is not the fantasy elf Kyle 2 OP now, so this was after his changes. He recharges so fast now. And unlike Human Kite, his ability covers all the field. It's not very long though. It's fine not to nerf him, because this game is just getting messier and more chaotic with no intention of actually achieving balance. Well, I disagree. I think the game's never been more balanced than it's never been more balanced. It used to be the top 2 decks were like 50% and 50%. Like these 2 decks were used. Now it's like a top 5 decks. It's like 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%. They all might have superhero, but it's fine to not blah blah. Yeah, Human Kite to 1 fly slower, more health, longer range. I would say Kite with longer range kind of like is bad for him, because you want him to be kind of in the thick of it. But I would say more fly slower, because that's a problem. He flies in front of people and kind of gets him out of position. But yeah, he won't be inferior to the rare elf. That's stupid to think like, oh, this Kyle has to be better than the other one. No, that's dumb. How is it the cheats can stay out of recent PvP opponents list? Probably because you left. If you leave the game, you don't get to see their name. You don't get to see him. But who knows? Maybe he's not. But all right. I mean, that went pretty well. That's not bad for the first one. We went for about an hour and a half, busting up some chops. We're gonna do that giveaway for a $20 gift card, so stick around for that. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm gonna cut this for YouTube. Make sure you catch some other videos. We're not doing a giveaway on this one, but we try to do giveaways on YouTube videos as well. So appreciate the likes and especially the subscribers. I'm going for 1,000 subscribers this year. We're coming towards the end of the year, and I only need like 150, so we're getting there. And if you're on Twitch right now and you're not subbed on my YouTube, I would appreciate you so much if you jumped over there and did that. So we're gonna do the giveaway. I'll catch you guys later on YouTube, and we're gonna do a giveaway gift card. Let's go.